The Bureau of Immigration held inquest proceedings for 549 foreigners from 2 illegal POGO raids. For the details, we have Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission or PAOC spokesperson Winston Casio. Spokes, thank you for joining us very much once again on News and Views.
Magandang umaga po at magandang umaga sa inyong tagapanood at tagapakinig.
Spokes, ito, syempre po yung tanong po dyan, ano po yung mga charges that were filed against these 549 foreign nationals apprehended?
Well, basically, they were charged for being undesirable aliens. Remember po, the President, through Executive Order 74, imposed a ban on all forms of offshore gaming operations. Unfortunately, they were caught still operating in 2 different locations. One in Pasay, the ATI building, and the other one was in Parañaque. One was in Pasay, the One Wheels condominium building. The other one was in Parañaque, the ATI building. So 549 total foreigners were found there. So obviously po, they were in violation of the law. So undesirable aliens na po sila.
Ilan po bang mga POGO workers ang until now ay inaantay po natin na mapadeport?
Well, dito po sa PAOC, we have 899, both victims awaiting repatriation and perpetrators awaiting summary deportation. Those are 2 different categories that we have to emphasize.
Okay. So, kailan po kaya? Yung may timeline na po ba tayo? Kasi yan po yung isa sa mga nagiging issue po ngayon, yung matagal daw po na proseso. And I understand, there's a process po talaga sa pagpapadeport dito sa mga illegal na foreign workers.
Yeah, we're awaiting the release of their NBI clearances kasi our primary requirement is the NBI clearance to make sure that they are not, they don't have any criminal cases po dito sa bansa natin. Once we get the NBI clearance, then we can proceed with coordinating with the respective embassies. Kasi for example, China pays for chartered flights for all of their foreign nationals. Once we have those 2, the flights and the NBI clearance, we can proceed to submit those to the Bureau of Immigration for an implementation order.
Yes, spokes, maiba ng konti lang, no? May na-raid po kayong hub, supposed hub sa Makati the other day, pero wala pong laman. Can you tell us more about this?
Yeah, we were expecting about between 600 to 1,200 foreign nationals working in what is dubbed as the ground zero of all POGOs in the Philippines. Kaya po ground zero yon sapagkat most the big names in the offshore gaming operations in that industry started within that building. That building is in the corner of Ayala and V. Rufino in Makati City. Unfortunately, when we arrived there on the basis of a mission order issued by the BPLO of the LGU of Makati, wala na ho kaming inabutan. Pero when we took a look at the security log, apparently they left hurriedly between 3 to 4 p.m. in the afternoon, a full 2 hours before our actual operation. So the logical explanation, the only rational explanation is that someone leaked our operation. Someone betrayed the national government in that particular matter.
So could you say, Spokes, may leak within any of the organizations na kasama nyo in terms of isang operation? Kasi ilan po kayo nagko-coordinate bago kayo mag-raid?
That is the only logical explanation, Angelo. No, I think let's take a look. Let me do a rundown of the agencies who were with us during the operation. One, there was the
Spokes? Naku, nawala si Spokes.
Nawala si Spokes.
That was Winston Casio, spokesperson ng PAOC.
Getting interesting na kasi he was talking about a possible leak within the agency, and he was going to make a rundown of the agencies na kasama prior to that raid, because when he checked nga the CCTV, ika nga nagtakbuhan.
Naglinis sila eh.
Naglinis sila. So may nagtip. Ayan si Spokes.
Hey Spokes, are you back? There you go.
Well, we had the two agencies of the Philippine National Police, obviously the Makati Police and the CIDG. You had PAOK, of course. You had the LGU. You had the Department of Justice Office of the Cybercrime. You had the Securities and Exchange Commission. So the leak could happen anywhere. It could come from us, from the Commission, from PAOK, or it could simply be not necessarily a leak, but could be, let us say, they were observing a good number of operatives lurking in the area. Maybe we became careless, so they got wind of it, so they escaped. Pero what was certain is meron pa po operations,
Yes.
because when we got into the rooms that was supposed to be closed, mainit pa yung mga computers, malamig pa yung aircon and so on.
So, spokes, paano to? Yung mga umalis po na hindi na bumalik sa office, are you now in the process of looking for them?
Well, it's up to the different agencies within the task force to come up with a better solution to this problem. Sabi nga nung aming executive director, Yusek Gilbert, in his interview last Sunday, we will have to install or institute certain safety nets.
Yes.
That's the word that was used. Safety nets, to make sure that all information leading to our operations must be protected, information must be kept tight within a small circle para hindi na po maulit itong nangyari dito sa Makati.
Yeah. Pero magkakaroon po ba kayo ng investigation? Siyempre, para po malaman kung sino po or paano nangyari itong leak, if ever, kung possible nga yun yung nangyari.
Well, that is always done, motu proprio, no? But that is secondary to our concern now, because our primary concern now is to be able to find where these 1,000 foreign POGO workers went. Kasi if they are simply dispersed all over the metro or in nearby locations here in Metro Manila, that becomes a problem for our group. But at the end of the day, we are confident mahanap po natin. Remember, mabilis po ang operations namin lately. So we now have 899 dito sa amin, another 400 thereabouts with the Bureau of Immigration. That's more than 1,000. Kung 11,000 na lang pong natitira natin dito, we're only into the second week of March. We're confident by the end of the year, maubos po natin itong 11,000 pa na discrepancy na hindi pa umaalis ng Pilipinas.
Spokes, marami-rami na rin po kayong mga na-raid over the past year, ano. I was wondering kung may nakita na rin po ba kayo talagang mga connection doon din po sa mga na-raid nyo, katulad na lamang po doon sa connection ni Alice Go. Kung iisa lang ba ang operator nito or iba-iba din sila?
There are different operators po in this POGO industry. They are different investors, they've got different operators, but they've got the same template. Obviously, the template was perfected outside of the country, and they imported it into the Philippines, then they kind of perfected it here in the country. Pero may kita naman po that the financiers are different individuals, they belong to different criminal organizations. You've got groups from Pujan, you've got groups from Hubei, Hainan, Malaysia, Singapore, name it. They only got to know each other, I guess, when they came to the Philippines and started working within the same industry.
Alright, on that note, patuloy po kaming makikipag-coordinate po sa inyo regarding this issue. But for the meantime, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras, PAOK spokesperson Winston Casio.